Get knocked, Sparta! No hug needed!
This is Omar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're at the final press conference for Fury v Whyte. I'm joined by the man leading Dillian Whyte'S charge this Saturday night at Wembley Stadium. How does that sound?
Fantastic. Listen, we're home. My club is Neasden Boxing Club, Neasden IQ, and we're at Wembley Stadium. So listen, this is a dream come true. I just can't wait for Saturday. We worked so hard, just so confident.
I know Dillian Whyte's a South Londoner, Zav, but still to be fighting in London in front of 94,000 people for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World, this is what you guys have worked all your life for.
Exactly. I mean, listen, I want my guys in my gym to look at Dillon and say, you know what, that's the way to do it. He's fought stiff competition back to back to back, and he's a worthy challenger. He's worked so hard, and now he finally gets the opportunity. And this is what it's about. It's about handing on and moving on and getting guys to understand why guys have got to a certain point. He's done it the hard way, and you have to give him full respect. I give Dillian so much respect, and he's had to change certain things. I'm quite stubborn in my approach. I met Dillian just over 2 years ago, and I did say to him, there's things we need to work on. You're a very good fighter, but I think you could be a great fighter. I think you could be a much better fighter if we work on A, B, C, and D. And Dillon has done it, and he's looking fantastic. And I'm really, really pleased that this fight has come at this moment.
So I remember speaking to you at a press conference, I can't remember for what fight, a while ago in London, and you said you guys wanted Tyson Fury because you've always believed that Dillon can beat Tyson Fury.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. When I met Dillon, I said, the Tyson Fury fight for the world title, that's the fight I'd really like. That's the fight I really, really want. But listen, it's no disrespect to Tyson Fury. He's a good champion, good fighter, good at making adjustments, smart fighter. But I feel that Dillian has just got the beating of him. No matter what he tried to do, I think Dillion's just going to have an answer for it, and that's why the whole camp is just so confident. I'm very happy with the way the strength and conditioning program has gone, with Al Stewart, it's been brilliant, and Simon. The kind of training they do is, for me, is related to boxing the way I want to see it. So I've been really comfortable. They've done a fantastic job, and with the addition of Harold, who I asked for just over 2 years ago when I was made head coach. I said, listen, you do need to have another experienced coach in the corner. When you understand your boxing, old fighters, like my favourite fighter, Vander Holyfield. He's got Duva in the corner. He's got Georgie Benton in the corner. These are two head guys, But when you're fighting at this level, and that's why I was speaking about it back then, so you're ready now. You don't want to just draw somebody now because you've got a big fight. No, you want to build relationships. It was important for, me and Dillon were always going to build a good relationship anyway, because, we just, our boxing IQ, we just agree and see a lot of things the same. And it was important for him to build a relationship with Harold because obviously we're the guys in the corner. So that's why I say everything seems to have come together at the right time.
Well, you've got Harold Knight in your corner, you've got Andy Lee and Sugar Hill in Tyson's corner, so a lot of cronk going on in this fight.
Yeah, and again, I don't look to that. Listen, the cronk gym, legendary, it's Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah.
Everyone has to concentrate on their own path. I can't give credit to guys, right now because we're all still working, we've got a lot to do. My career is going to go on for at least another 5-6 years. It's about what I do now. These guys are legends of the sport, those guys. So I leave the cronk conversation with Emmanuel Stewart and leave it at that. Sugar is making his own, he's got his own journey. He's making his own mark. So look, fair play to everybody. Andy Lee's been around a long time as well. But that's what it's important to have experienced guys in the corner. Ours is no different. So, yeah, can't wait. Listen, just so excited, honestly.
Xavier, just to go back to why you always wanted Tyson Fury, what is it in specific why Dillian, you believe, beats Tyson Fury?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that Dillian does that will offset him. Obviously, I can't go into detail. We're not going to. It's irresponsible to go and give away game plans and so on. But Dillian is so good at so many different things. That's why we're just so confident. But it was really important for when I first met Dillian to work on those things from then, because you couldn't just be working it for one camp. You don't just bring someone in for one camp and then everything just falls into place. You know, there's fundamental things that I really want him to work at, and that's why I'm so proud of him to get here. I'm proud of him for taking on the kind of fighters he took on, and I'm just proud that he's been patient and wanting to do it the right way. I mean, this is the way boxing should be. You know, a lot of guys are, you know, they want to fight the weakest champion, or, you know, they'll wait it out and, you know, they want to fight this person and pull out of certain fights. This guy, he wants it and wants to do it the right way. So, honestly, just total respect.
I've heard many times for anyone making a case for Dillian Whyte in this fight, saying that he has to knock out Tyson Fury because he can't win on points. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Listen, there's no point us as a team thinking that way, because we got a responsibility to Dillian Whyte. You know, we've got to do our jobs. Judges have been selected. You've got to do your job. You know, the referee's been selected. You've got to do your job. I've watched the referee. I watched him in lots of different fights. You know, he allows the fighters to fight. You know, he knows when to break them up. You know, he seems fair. So I don't expect anything different in this fight. So yeah, looking forward to it. Okay.
And my last question, I appreciate this is not your department, you're the trainer, but you have been in camp with Dillon in Portugal for a long time for this fight. So we'll have to ask you, see, ongoing silence from Dillon just until last week, where he started to do media, obviously done media this week as well. So just talk me through the mentality and why there was a complete blackout from Dillon in terms of the media.
Yeah, I think Dillon made that quite clear when he did that Zoom press conference. You know, listen, there's certain things that weren't done, you know, in terms of contracts and so on. So there was no way it could have got done at that point. You can see now we're here, you know, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, you know, and I don't really like to get involved in that too much, but for me, on a personal level, it's been a blessing. You know, obviously, Dillian is one of those guys that obviously wants to be involved in the build-up. I mean, this is the biggest fight of his life. Why would he not want to be involved in the build-up? So I don't know why people even are making certain statements. They shouldn't be doing that. Irresponsible to do that. But we've been professional. But as a coach, as his head coach, honestly, I've had Dillian in camp with no distractions. So that's why I say, you know, it's a blessing for me. You know, it's not my job to get involved in that and say you should be going here or doing this, doing that. No, I need you in the gym because there's certain boxes that need to be ticked. So, of course, I'm happy. Yeah, I hear that. And regardless of what's gone on, we could see at the press conference table today between Frank Warren and Dillian Whyte, there was actually respect. They shook each other's hand. Dillian thanked Frank and stuff. So, yeah, live and exclusive on BT Sport Box Office this Saturday. 94,000 people to witness Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. Xavier, appreciate your time on IFL TV. And just quick shout out to my sponsors, because honestly, they've just been amazing. Tiger Bay. Oh, I've been there. Great place. Go and check it. Hanger Lane. Yeah, P, Mub, Sunit. Listen, they've been great. They've been sponsoring me since about 2017, 2018, along with Ealing Boards and Timber. KMT, clothing company, Kevin, been brilliant. Bravos, my boxing glove company, doing big things now. And, you know, shout out to Benja as well, who sponsors my super featherweight, Yusuf Kamari. You know, look, everyone's been so supportive. And, look, just everyone tune in. And, you know, there's going to be a new champ. Lucky Block and Vow Nutrition. Oh, yeah. Of course, and shout out to all Dillian sponsors as well, of course. And Val, of course, yeah. Appreciate your time, and no doubt, again, we'll speak this week, all right? Thank you. No doubt.
You get knocked, Sparta! No hug needed!
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.